Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hey, thanks for whoever said they love my videos. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Mm, man, I hit the spot. Woo! Welcome everybody in. Welcome to the live prior to the actual real start of the football season tonight. Oh my god. This is the pre-live to the real start of the football season. Yeah, there we go. Bolt up. Bolt up, baby. Oh. Yeah, I mean that was a great pregame last night. It was fine. It went almost exactly how I said it was gonna go. Almost as early, almost exactly like I said it was gonna go. So why am I like? I feel like I'm off centered over here. Sorry, I got a whole new camera set up and everything going on in here, so I'm trying to kind of adjust things as we go. So I apologize if I'm kind of moving the camera and whoop opposite way. And kind of getting everything ready to go. So I apologize for that. We're going to kind of get this thing moving. Yes, I'm like I said here early due to the game tonight. So camera looks clear. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. But yeah, besides me being off no later than 7 o'clock tonight Central. Corey, I don't. You know what? You are right. The Cowboys losing in normal fashion by choking very, very hard is a pretty normal start to a football season. You are correct. CD Lamb's new nickname is going to be Brick Hands. His new name's going to be Brick Hands. Oh, I left my stupid ding dong. I'll be right back. I forgot something. Sorry, I knew something looked off up here. I knew something looked funny over here. My bad. My bad. I forgot stuff. I forget stuff sometimes. What's up, Twitch? Where y'all at? I see a few of y'all in there. Say hi or something. No, I literally called it last night. I said Cowboys will lose by less than a touchdown. I guessed 27-24. It was like 24-20. So I was close. I was close. Oh, that's horrific. That's horrible. There we go. Lovely flowers. How are you, Mimi? How are you doing over there? How's everybody doing today? This is the last good mood you're gonna see me in for the next I don't know, couple weeks. Alex, is this political or is it football game for football? No, this is my normal live. We're still doing politics. We're just talking football in the pregame. Yep. I don't like to just dive into politics. We're going to be doing politics for the next 2 hours. I can't say hi to y'all. Is that what it is, Alex? You don't love me at all? That's what it is. Alex doesn't love me. Alex is like, I don't want to hear you talk about anything but politics. Okay? If it's not about politics, don't even speak to me. All right? Yeah, exactly, Corey. You know what? Corey, I really did try not to even talk about the Cowboys. I did. I tried to just talk about how this was the real start of the football season. You wanted to bring up that it was last night, so you actually introduced the conversation to talking about the Cowboys. All right. You actually brought this into the conversation. I wasn't even going to say anything. All right. Well, I do see a phone call that just came in. Actually, I see. Is that two of them? Yeah, I've already seen two of the phone calls come in. Awesome. If you just called in, just give me a second or so. I'm going to turn on the phone lines in just a second. I'm just getting these things started. So if you did want to call in, we'll be getting ready to do that in a second. What's going on, Razor? How are you doing? I look nice. This is my brand new jersey. Keenan Allen's back on the Chargers. All the years he was there, I never bought his jersey. So
it's insane.
So here we are. Immature Blacktivist, thank you so much for that subscription. I really appreciate that. I'm doing well, Razor. I'm doing well. All right. Oh yeah, we're about to get this thing going. Let's get this thing moving. Yes, we are early today, y'all. Like I said, we are getting on early because today is opening day for the Chargers. And I haven't missed a Chargers game in a while. So I mean, over a decade, I don't think. So yes, we will be on early, and we'll be on early tonight because of the Chargers game. And pretty much anytime there is a Chargers game on, just expect that I will not be here. Okay? So if I'm on here and there's a Chargers game playing, there's something went horribly wrong in my life. All right? Like horrifically wrong. Diamonds, thank you so much for the super chat to start the day out with the first super chat. Big W's in the chat for Diamonds with the first super chat of the night. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Diamond says, love your channel. You're so cute. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Diamonds. That's very sweet. That's very sweet of you. Problem, why do I not see that? Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Sorry, I got to figure out... Oh. There we go. Love your channel. You're so cute. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry, I accidentally must have hid that from there. Thank you so much, Diamonds. Again, big W's in the chat for Diamonds to start this thing off. Prezi, Chargers play at 7 p.m. Central. That's when they play. All right. Well, hold on. I gotta put this up on the chat real quick too, just because I just saw it. I gotta make sure I don't miss this. Where'd it go? This is the happiest I've seen. Lindsay, thank you so much. This is what makes me happy. I do my research on politics because of you and how interested you've made me in politics. There is literally not a better compliment that I could get. There is literally not a better compliment that I can get in all the things I do than for someone to tell me that they're now doing their own research into politics. Nothing. There's nothing that could possibly be said that makes me happier than that. Right there. All right. So I just want to let you know that. Keep researching, keep doing your thing. I think that that's absolutely awesome. So thank you so much. I don't know how much I like the blue up there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kind of playing with it. I'm not sure I like it, but that's okay. we're all blued out for the Chargers game. Okay, we're all blued out for the Chargers game. We're gonna keep the blue for the day. Y'all let me know how much you guys like the blue, or whether I should turn it back to the black. I'm trying to make it a little more colorful in this place over here. All right, I'm trying to make it a little more colorful. Do yellow? Yellow's wild. Yellow's wild. All right, y'all. Phone lines are open. So if you are a Trump supporter, and you'd like to have a conversation, then come on in, and you can call, or you can join the multi-guest request box also. TikTok, I don't know what's going on over here. I'm gonna need y'all to tap the screen over here because we're not even close to where we're supposed to be at yet. We should be way past where we're at. So please tap that screen. I really appreciate that. We might have to struggle a little bit because again, it looks a little different, and whenever it looks a little different, TikTok likes to freak out. Okay, so that's why I really need you guys to help me out even more. So I really, really appreciate y'all. A dark yellow. Christina. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you. That is really funny though. That is really funny. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. That's really, really funny. All right. We're going to go ahead and bring this up. We're going to get this thing moving. You know how we do. Please, if you're in my multi-guest request box, please only be there because you're a Trump supporter. I see 2 people in there, which I have no problem bringing you guys up, but just want to make sure before we get this thing going. Ari, I'll let Ari know you said that, Christina. All right, let's see who we got over here. Let's see if we can get this thing going. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Awesome. Do you support Trump? Hello?
Hello. I'm sorry, someone called me. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not doing this all day.
My bad.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do. I support Trump because I'm a fascist.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, have a good one.
Yeah, can you debate me?
No. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving. Really appreciate you guys. Hello.
Not bad.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh yeah, I don't debate fascists. Sorry.
It's insane.
Hello? He was watching a very scary movie. All right, we're gonna open up these phone lines again, get this thing right back up to it, and see. So if you, I went through all the TikTok ones. So if you would like to call in on it because you're on any of the other platforms, please do. I really appreciate you. Live Nation Squad with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Big W's in the chat for that. Said, I supported Trump a lot. I'm definitely not happy with them trying to deny trans people from owning guns. What are your thoughts on the issue? What are my thoughts on the issue of of them trying to deny gun ownership to trans people? I think that that's horrific. I think that that's absolutely horrific, but not really surprising from Donald Trump, to be completely honest with you. I mean, Donald Trump was the person that said that we should. Donald Trump was the person that said that we should take guns away from people if they're even suspected of a crime before they're convicted of anything. So it's not really surprising. Donald Trump's passed the most restrictive gun laws, you know, like in the last 16 years in this nation. So it's not surprising because that's part of the fascist playbook, right? I keep telling people, like for all you big 2A people out there, right? For all you big 2A people out there, And this is honesty, okay? You guys said forever, you guys have been telling me forever that you guys need your guns in order to fight against a tyrannical government. Where are you now? But I think that that's horrific. I think it's absolutely sad. And it's the start of taking away other rights from people. It's the start of taking away other rights from people. So there you go. But thank you so much for that super chat. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
62.
You're 62 years old. Do you support Trump?
No, but Paulie, what I want to do is tell you you're doing a great show and you're educating these uneducated Trumpers. Keep up the good job and congrats on your new show.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, Big W's a Trevor caller. That was very, very nice. We're going to move on to another Trump supporter, to a Trump supporter, but I do really appreciate it. You guys are being very sweet today. I really appreciate you guys. I really are. I didn't have the best live yesterday, so it's nice to start this thing out with a little bit more fun. Allison, thank you so much for the $2 over on Venmo. Said go Chiefs. Should I send your $2 back? I'll send your $2 back. Get out of here with that Chiefs crap out of my freaking live. Disrespecting my phone by putting that on there. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Awesome. How old are you?
73.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. So how do you feel about that jobs report today? Just out of curiosity.
Say that again. I didn't catch it.
I said I was wondering how you.
Insane.
I was wondering how you feel about the jobs report that came out today.
The jobs report. I didn't hear anything about that. I was trying to answer that the reason I support Trump, and did I support Trump? And yes, I do. And the reason is because he said what he's going to do, and he's doing it. And I like the idea that he's cleaning up D.C., the cities.
Yeah, he's not cleaning up DC. Sorry. Nice try though.
Why you don't think he's cleaning up D.C.?
Because he said he's not. Because he's the one in May who said that DC crime was amazing, like that it was super far down, and actually praised DC for having crime down so far.
No, I mean I was born and raised in D.C. and I was afraid to go back in it.
Well, how old did you say you were?
But,
How old did you say you were?
7.
You say 73?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So DC is a lot different than it was when you were growing up there. Yeah.
Sure.
So, and I'm not saying there's not crime there. Of course, there's crime there. All major metropolitan areas have, crime. When you have a higher concentration of people, you have crime. That's totally true, right? But again, crime right now is at a 30-year low. So, crime is actually much further down than when you were growing up. Now, maybe when you were growing up, maybe that would have been a better idea.
No, what's growing up, it was we could sleep outdoors. That was in the 50s and 60s. We could sleep outdoors. It is bad. It was bad. We sent the troops there. I haven't been since since he sent them there, but it's been less than 2 weeks and only one death. It's just after.
Yeah, again, again, the murder rate was already way down in DC. The violent crime rate was already way down. And you can't just say because sending the National Guard there has been less crime is the answer, right? Because if that was the case, I can think of lots of different ways in which we could almost completely get rid of crime in the United States. Right? I can think of lots of ways. I totally could. So what if, in order to pretty much eliminate crime in this country, right? We took away every single person's guns in this country, right? And the only people that were allowed to have, guns in this country were going to be the military and the police force, right? And we're going to stick the active duty military with, and arm them all and put them in every single town, every single city, everywhere, in the entire United States. We're going to completely occupy every spot of the United States with with active duty military, right? And we're going to give them shoot to kill orders. So anybody who commits a crime will automatically be shot and killed by the military, like immediately. Okay. I don't you think that would reduce crime?
Well, that's kind of ridiculous.
No, I'm asking. I'm just simply asking you. Do you think? Well, you can say it's ridiculous all you want, ma'am. I'm asking you if you think it would reduce crime.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to answer something.
Oh, don't be disingenuous, ma'am. If you believe that the National Guard going into D.C. reduced crime, then I have to imagine that you would believe that the military being everywhere and also having a shoot-to-kill order would also reduce crime. Don't be disingenuous with me.
It could not happen.
No, I'm not asking you if it could or could not happen. I'm asking you if it would reduce crime. Please stop trying to avoid it.
Okay, it'll reduce crime.
Right, but we can both agree that would be ridiculous, right? We can both agree that would be a huge, right? That would be a huge violation of the rights of people in this country. That would be a huge violation of states' rights. It'd be a huge violation of civil rights, of personal liberties, of any numerous amounts of different rights that we have in this country. That would be horrible, right? But it would reduce crime, and that's the exact point that I'm making, ma'am. It's that yes, there is a possibility that bringing the National Guard into D.C. reduced somewhat crime, right? Reduced crime. But at what cost, right? At what cost did it reduce crime? It militarized the Capitol, right? Which is like complete like fascist dictator authoritarian playbook, right? It's not to put the U.S. military against its own people, right? It's, again, costing us so much money, right? Because literally a lot of these National Guardsmen are just walking around DC like picking up trash, and the ones that aren't are just sitting around like Union Station and guarding Chipotle's, right? The mayor doesn't want them there. The police chief doesn't want them there. The people of DC don't want them there. They've pulled, the actual.
I think the people of DC appreciate it.
No, the people of DC have been polled. No, the people of DC have been polled by numerous different polling agencies multiple times, and every single one of them has said that they do not want them there. Okay, at all. All right. So, if the people don't want them there, it's bad for the country. It's bad for it to have this as a crime mechanism. The National Guard can't reduce crime. Then it's not the right way to do things in order to reduce crime. If Donald Trump wanted to reduce crime in DC by adding more police force, maybe giving more money to the police force so the police force can add to their repertoire of people, you know what I'm saying? Give them more resources in order to be able to fight crime, maybe even use, some federal government resources in order to find crime, get to it first, then I don't think I have a huge problem with that, right? Because that would be the correct way to reduce crime. But Donald Trump doesn't want to reduce crime. Donald Trump wants to put on a show.
Well, okay, you made a point there. Some things he do say kind of a bit, but basically, he's to me he's cleaning up. He cleaned up the border, and you want to feel safe. You feel safe.
Well, yes, ma'am. I agree that everyone wants to feel safe, and I think that everybody should be able to feel safe in this country. Okay, but actually feeling safe and actually being safe are two very different things. Okay, and I want to be like very clear with that. Like, being safe and feeling safe are different things, right? So since the year 2000, okay, we have polled like United States populace, a large amount of them, whatever, in multiple different polls. And we've asked them whether they believe that crime is going up or going down. All right. And every single year since the year 2000, crime, the people have been polled said that they thought that crime was going up. Right. But every single one of those years, or almost every single one of those years since 2000, there were a few outliers, right? But almost every single one of those years, the crime rate actually went down in the United States. So even though crime was going down, people's perception of crime in the United States thought that it was going up. And there's lots of reasons for that. I would love to explain a few. I can explain a few of them if you like. One of them being, the different ways in which we consume media, right? Like is one thing, right? Like if you're on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, out there, and you can just flip through, you're not going to see peaceful cities, right? Because that doesn't get clicks. you're going to see
Right,
the
okay.
crime that's happening, right? So people take that and in their minds, they go, oh my goodness, I can just scroll through, whatever social media site and I can just see crime after crime after crime after crime after crime, right? And so therefore crime must be bad. But that's not the truth.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't disagree that people feeling safe isn't about. Oh, my viewers are 666. Sorry, hail Satan. I don't disagree that people should have the right to feel safe. Okay, but we have to balance that safety versus A, the cost, right? B, the actual perception of safety versus actual safety, and against human rights, states' rights, and civil liberties on top of that.
Okay, I agree with you. Because a lot of things he does, does frighten me a little bit. But, I don't know. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful evening, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right. We're going to move on to the next person. I really appreciate that. That was at least a nice, decent conversation. Y'all, if you guys are in my chats, make sure you guys are chatting up the chat. Send some out there. It really does help to keep things moving, keep the algorithm on my favor. We get a lot more conversation, a lot more fun. So please make sure you guys send a chat. Just say hi, say whatever. Give me a hail Satan or whatever if you saw that 666 comment. That really does help to keep those things going. I really appreciate that. We're gonna hit a few super chats and then we're gonna open up the guest request box again and open up the phone lines. Live Nation Squad, thank you so much for the $2. Said every American should have this right. I believe you're referring to the trans people owning guns thing. And I agree that most Americans should have the right under the correct circumstances and training. Okay. And I definitely don't agree with taking away that right just based off of a certain demographic of a person because you don't like them. I definitely do not agree with that. We actually have seen laws like that actually passed previously in the United States, specifically for things like the Black Panthers and trying to keep them from having guns. So I definitely disagree with that. So 100%. Spencer, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Hey there, since the evidence is pointing to him trying to dismantle the Constitution, what do you think will be the last to go based on the current trajectory? I'm trying to dismantle the Constitution. What do you think will be the last to go based off of current trajectory? I don't know if you mean the last right that will be standing. I do. The last right that'll be standing. He's attacking most of them. Definitely not free speech. Definitely not 2A. I'll tell you that one. That's for sure. That's a good question. It won't be 2A. I guarantee you that. 2A will be gone well before that. 2A will be gone way before that. I need to look up something. Hold on. So someone put an exception there, and I gotta. Someone said the 8th Amendment, but that's definitely not true. I don't believe that at all. The 8th Amendment is against cruel and unusual punishment. He's already freaking trying to go against cruel and unusual. I'll have to think about that, Spencer. I'll have to think about that and get back to you. Because I'm not sure which one will be the last one. I think you kind of take them all at the same time. And Spencer again with a $20 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for Spencer in the chat right now. She said she should have added to the I didn't see the jobs report part. I follow that man so blindly that I don't care what happens to me. Such blind loyalty. The people of the U.S. need to show other countries we are under duress. Yeah, like how can you like really like talk about like how much you like Trump and then ooh, the 5th Amendment. That'll be a good one. And then say you haven't seen the jobs report. Like the big news comes out, anything against Trump, and it's just didn't even recognize it. All right, phone lines are back open. Let's get this thing going and keep it going. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that. Spencer, I really, really do appreciate that. And I'll get back to you. People are throwing out 3rd Amendment. I'm seeing 5th Amendment. The 5th Amendment's a funny one to be. The fifth Amendment's definitely a funny one to if that was the last one. that would be a funny one. Hello.
It's insane.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I actually made it through. Sick. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
Say again?
How old are you?
26.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do, but not in the direction you're thinking of.
It probably is.
Okay, well, when I say I support him, I think of it more as like a cosmic angle. So Democrats, for example, were already rapidly running toward the Republican side, as we were already seeing previously in the year.
Okay.
Right. And then the Republicans are already going to be doing it anyway. So in my mind, I mean, I didn't vote either way, but in my mind, the Democrats are the slow deaths for the country, really incrementally getting there, whereas the Republicans are the fast deaths, and we can kind of get things just over with, as is.
I know you really like to think that like this is like something that I didn't think of, but literally I hear this exact argument probably once every other night.
Really? Okay. This is my first time seeing your channel.
Yeah,
so
and I'm really not trying to be offensive, but like I like as soon as people and the funny thing is, and like I said, I'm really not trying to be rude, so don't take it that way, okay? But it's just really funny, because every single person that says it starts it off by telling me that they're going to tell me something that they haven't heard, and it's the funniest thing to me because it's like a what's the word for it accelerationalist. Acceleration or accelerationist.
Accelerationist.
There you go. Yeah. It's the accelerationist argument, right? That we need to get to this. It usually ends up with we'll. The last one I heard was the Democratic Party is going to snap back more left, right, because of Donald Trump, or it's going to force the Democratic Party to actually push push themselves to actually do policy because they've been dragging their feet, and now someone like Donald Trump forces them to not do that. It activates them. I've heard the anarchist argument where we need to tear it down to to brass roots and go up from there, right? And I simply do not abide by any of these arguments.
Yeah, that's a fair angle. I at least think, silver lining kind of thing, right? People are going to have paid more attention, infinitely more attention to politics than they would have beforehand. And actually, given a shit about who actually gets voted into office, right? And with the Democrats being in the popularity position that they are right now, it really opens up a lot more angles for people, kind of like Mamdani down in New York, for example, to really start taking the reins and actually riding the ship versus people who are all just corporate owned one way or another.
And here's the problem with that argument. You're saying that people are now going to pay attention and all this sort of stuff. Well, people are paying attention and still making the horrible decisions, right? Like we probably have more like people in the United States paying attention than before Trump came in office. I will give you that, but it doesn't change the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene is still in Congress, right? Like we are still electing just absolute complete morons to run our country. We are still having, the, how do I say it? Where Congress is almost a geriatric freaking, nursing home, right?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
So yes, people are paying more attention, but just because people are paying more attention doesn't mean that people are more educated on the subject. And I think that Donald Trump specifically wants to ensure that people aren't educated. And he wants to make sure that things like experts, things like scientists, things like people like that are removed out of the situation so that he keeps people even more dumb and more in his, little pocket because he said he loves the uneducated, right? That's the reason. So people are paying more attention to the wrong thing, to things that aren't true, to things that aren't factual, that aren't backed by science and aren't backed by data. And that is much more dangerous than people not paying attention.
I can definitely see that angle. I at very least think the main issue behind the Republicans getting where they are and people being voted in as they were is because their voter base hasn't really felt like the consequence of their choices. Not fully, not entirely, and not in a way that can be, specifically chalked up or denied or blamed on someone else. When you have Republicans wholly steering this ship with not a whole lot of real interference and stopping them, there, at least in my mind, quite literally isn't anyone else to blame but the ones who are running things, being the people that they themselves voted for. The farmers, for example, who are getting absolutely shafted by the tariffs. Who else are they going to possibly blame but the Republicans who have put everything into place?
Donald Trump put hundreds of thousands of soybean farmers out of work in his first term, and they still voted for him.
bad then. I feel like it being much worse now.
Well, that's what I'm saying, sir.
It's
Like,
kind of the
like
angle we're
the
looking
farmers
for.
suffered in Donald Trump's first term.
Yeah.
They still voted for him, right? Like people, like women had rights taken away from them. We're going into things like maternity deserts. Women still voted for him, right? People were lose healthcare. People lose their finances. People lose their farms. People lose everything. That's what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter if you're paying attention if you're not getting correct information. Because if you're...
It just means they haven't suffered enough more than
No,
anything.
they're suffering, but they always have someone else to blame the suffering on, right? It's always, oh, it's the Democrats' reason why we're suffering. Oh, it's so-and-so's reason. Oh, it's this reason. It's that reason, right? And Donald Trump will always give an excuse on why people are suffering, and it's always because of somebody else. Right? It's always because of somebody else. And that's the issue. Like, I'll give you an example right now. Like, I'll give you multiple examples, right? Donald Trump has come out and said that the reason why he can't fix the economy and fix his agenda is because all the Democrat judges that are blocking him from doing his thing, right? Even though half the judges that are blocking his policies were appointed by Republicans, some of them appointed by him, right? Donald Trump still, 8 months, 9 months, whatever, after he's taken office, is still saying that all of the bad things that are happening are because of Joe Biden. He says it like 20 times in an interview. Oh, this is because of Biden, because of Biden, because of Biden, because of Biden, right? It's always because of Biden, right? So again, people aren't blaming him, they're blaming Biden, right? They say that it's migrants' fault, right? Migrants are taking your jobs, migrants are taking your housing, migrants are doing this, migrants are doing that, right? So if everything keeps going wrong and Donald Trump just keeps having somebody else to blame it on, and they listen to Donald Trump on all those blame, then it doesn't fix the problem. This is why that accelerationist argument doesn't work, right? It doesn't work because it doesn't get us to a better place, right? It only can push us to a worse place and not to a place where we can actually get things done and actually be helpful, right? Because people need to know what's actually truly going on in order to have that idea. See, you're thinking about that as probably someone who actually pays attention to what's going on and somebody who actually, is understanding of a somewhat of a political landscape. But you're expecting
I
that of
see
people
the direction things are headed. It's a
right. But
shit
you're expecting people who aren't educated on these things, who don't know what to look for, to have that same mindset, and that's just not possible.
I get that, but even the Fox News watchers have to be seeing some of this. I mean, hell, look
They
at
see
Fox
all
News.
of
They're
it.
saying it's essentially the same thing at this point. I don't know how they could not know.
No, what are you talking about? Fox News lies on there all the time. They just repeat whatever Donald Trump says.
I don't know. They've
I
been
watch
talking
Fox
about
News.
the jobs numbers lately. I don't know if people don't know how.
Dude, I
numbers
watched
work, but I
Fox
would
News
imagine
talk
it'd
about
be
the
that
job
much.
numbers, and they were like, "Oh, well, job numbers are kind of weak." All right, cool. And on to Kilmore Abrego Garcia. Or did you know that somebody didn't say thank you to Donald Trump? They were mean to RFK. Did you guys hear about that? They were mean to RFK yesterday. Sorry, man. As long as we have a news network that's willing to push the same old bullshit and a president that's willing to lie, without hesitation, we're not going to get to accelerationists unless you mean the acceleration of the end of the United States, which is the only thing that we'd be accelerating towards. But hey, I'm going to move on to the next caller, but I hope you have a good one, all right?
For sure, you as well.
All right, man. Bye. Heathen, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I'm going to throw that up only for a second because I'm not going to keep that word on the screen for very long. But it said, how long till they decriminalize something? But thank you so much for the big $20 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. And they're already trying. There's already a Republican who's trying to lower the age of consent and lower the age of marriage. So not how long. They're doing it right now. Republicans are currently trying to do that. So, yeah. But thank you so much for that huge $20 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Diamond says, do you ever feel like our government would rather us keep fighting so we don't pay attention to what's really going on or what they're really doing? I think that there has definitely been times in the United States where that's totally possible. I think there's times in the United States. I think that a lot of times, yeah, Donald Trump wants us to be fighting and angry about something else in order to just completely ignore what he's actually doing. I think the entire, half the things that he's doing are things that are trying to distract from this and that. I think that's totally possible. I don't think that's the case right now. I don't think that's the case right now at all. So, sorry, somebody wanted a name for this. And Stacy said, there is no silver lining to fascism. 100%. Big names in chat for Heathen, Stacy, and for Diamonds. I really appreciate that. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If we get any more callers right now, we'll see. Oh, yeah, people have been calling in. Phone lines are back open. We're going to keep this thing going. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. We might have to do a little restart over here. We'll see what's up. Hello, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
46.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
What's that?
Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. So how do you feel about the jobs report lately?
The job support?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't know really that much about the job support, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, let me give you a little, I'll give you a really quick synopsis, right?
All right.
Like real quick. And then you tell me quickly what you feel about it. Okay. So last month, Donald Trump fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, okay, because he said all of the job numbers were fake. And then we have this first time was today when we actually got new job numbers in from the person that they, put in as a temporary until Donald Trump appoints a new person. And they came out with August job numbers and they were 50,000 jobs below projections. Actually, the projections, if you want to be very clear, were like low in 40,000 and high in 70,000 with an average around 70, just about 70,000 jobs. They expected to be created in August. And that number was 22,000. That was actually created. They also readjusted the numbers from June, right, to show that we actually had a job loss, right, in June under the Trump administration, which that was the first time that had happened since COVID. All right. On top of that, the unemployment rate had risen again. And that's the U3 code, the U3 unemployment rate, right? But the unemployment rate rose again, right, for making it the highest. Hold on, real quick, and I'll let you in. Making it the highest unemployment rate in 4 years. So I was just wondering what you feel about that.
Well, the last part right there, I'll touch on first because you said unemployment, and don't you think that's because there's a lot of youngsters that just don't want to work?
No, sir, that's actually not correct at all.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, actually, that unemployment rate actually only calculates people that are actually actively looking for jobs.
Really? Well, so you know what? A lot of my good friends have really good jobs and say their shit's been getting better ever since Trump became president. And not just that, there's so many other things.
Sir, I'm not talking about your friends. Like, no offense. Like, I'm not talking about your friends. I'm talking about the Trump administration's job numbers. Okay. His own job numbers. Okay. He fired that Biden appointee, that gross Biden appointee that was in place before, right? To put in his own person. So his administration's job numbers showed this.
Okay. So that's it?
I'm just wondering how you feel about our economy going in a negative direction. That's all.
I don't think it is, though, dude. I really don't. I think if we would have had Kamala, we would probably be so fucking done by now.
Well, okay.
Russia, China, they would be eating us alive.
Gotcha.
Because we have no leadership, and we do now.
Gotcha. So your argument is, I had no idea what the jobs report is, and now that I'm hearing about the jobs report, I don't believe it.
I'm not saying I don't believe it.
Okay, but you're saying you don't believe. You just said, sir, that you believe that
I didn't say I didn't believe it. Well, nobody's. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I haven't looked it up, but I'm sure you're telling the truth. I'm not going to sit here and just say. I'm not going to just sit here and say black is white when, you know what I mean. But he's done a lot of good things, and there's a lot of things that variations that make those give you those statistics that you didn't actually explain quite very well.
Yeah, there is a lot of things that go through those statistics. Actually, if you want to actually go to the U6 code, it's actually 8.3%. Do you want to talk about that?
Can you talk about good things he's done or no?
Sir, I'm just asking, sir, sir. I'm just simply asking you about the jobs report because the jobs report came out today. Okay? That is a current thing. And you did, sir, I didn't cut you off. I don't know why you keep doing that. Okay.
I'm saying I don't know a whole lot about what you're asking me.
But what I'm saying is, sir, you did say, I told you that the economy is going in the wrong direction. You said, I don't believe it does. It is. Okay. So what you're saying is the data that is coming from BLS, you do not believe because the data coming from BLS is saying that the economy is headed towards a recession.
So based on what you're saying, that little area, you're saying the entire economy is based on what you're talking about?
Not the entire economy, but that is but you're going to say that unemployment rate and job creation is not a major part of the economy?
I didn't say that. But
okay, and I didn't say it was the whole economy.
Like what the jobs, if that's down, we're just going to go into the dumps and some recession. That's ridiculous. Dude.
Well, sir, it's not just that. I mean, if you want to talk about the fact that,
dude.
Well, I mean, if you want to, sir, I was trying not to go into even more stuff. I thought that was enough. But if you want to talk about how we lost manufacturing jobs over the last 6 months significantly, we can go into that. If you want to talk about how jobs for people that were native born to this country are down like freaking hundreds of thousands since Donald Trump took office, and actually jobs for people that actually weren't born here are up like 50,000.
How do you figure that one, dude?
I don't figure that, sir. BLS figures that under the Trump administration.
From BLS, what is that?
Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Oh boy, dude. Trump bad, right? Orange man bad.
Again, sir, I'm just saying what the job, sir, did
you give this argument when Biden was taking the whole economy?
Why don't you calm down? Okay.
Seriously.
Cool. I didn't say anything bad about Trump.
Well,
I did not say a single thing bad about Trump. You're over, sir. Please stop talking.
What are you trying to accomplish? I'm just curious.
Sir, please stop talking. If you want to get into like an over talking match, I promise you I will win. Okay, but I am trying to be respectful. It's opening day of football, and I'm trying to be nice. Okay.
Right.
Cool. I didn't say anything bad about Trump whatsoever. All I said was this is what the jobs report says. Okay, you are now taking that as I'm calling Trump bad, which all I hear is you hear the data, the number from BLS, and you are now thinking that I'm talking shit on Trump, which means that you also know that his job numbers are bad. Okay, and that's fine. Okay, he said he was going to bring back jobs. He's not doing that. He said he was going to bring back manufacturing. He's not doing that. He's saying he's going to, to create all these jobs. He's not doing that. He said he was going to lower the unemployment rate. He's not doing that. These are all things that he said he was going to do that he's just simply not doing. It's just a matter of fact, okay?
Sure, I guess
okay.
so.
What would you like to talk about?
So what would you change right now if you could? Like what would the Democrats have done that better than Trump? I'd like to hear that one.
Oh, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Nothing.
Yeah, actually, that is correct.
They're totally cooked.
No, sir. That if you said nothing as if that's wrong. That's actually right. That's actually my answer.
No, I know. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's exactly right.
Because we didn't need anything. Okay, because job creation was sky high last year. Unemployment rate was much lower than it is right now. Okay. We had a booming economy so nice that, again, at the end of Biden's term, the Wall Street Journal, which is a right-leaning publication, said that Joe Biden was handing over an economy that was the envy of the world to Donald Trump. So you're right. If the Democrats came in, they literally could have done nothing, and we would be in a much, much, much better spot than we would be right now.
You're looking on the shorter spectrum of things because Biden let the border open, and a lot of them statistics are from these illegals that don't belong here. And I fully believe in the closed borders, just like every other.
Hold on, what do you mean? What one of my statistics has anything to do with undocumented immigrants?
I mean, they let in millions.
No, sir, we're talking about the economy. You said
Biden
my
was
statistics.
A strong economy to Trump, largely based on letting millions of people that should never have been here into this fucking country, dude.
Gotcha. So what you're saying is, hold on, sir. So what you're saying is, the more migrants we let in, the stronger our economy?
Oh, dude.
So what you're saying is the more migrants we let in, the stronger our economy is.
No, it wasn't stronger. It was a facade.
Well, no, sir. That's exactly what you said.
Nothing that Joe Biden lowered at all.
Hold on, sir.
And nothing changes. It just gets worse and worse.
Sir, what I said was we had a very strong economy. We had record high freaking job creation numbers. We had record high stock market. We had very good unemployment numbers. We had all of that stuff. And you said your response to me was the only reason for those statistics for Joe Biden was because he opened up the border and let all the migrants in. Okay.
How many did he let?
Sir. So what you're saying is the only reason the economy was so good is because Biden let in migrants, correct?
You say good, but when it's hijacked, it's not good, dude.
What do you mean it's hijacked?
When you're paying, I live in California, dude. There's plenty of migrants here, and it's out of control.
Sir, why are you not responding to what I said?
All the money,
sir, try to focus. Okay,
American. That's what I'm saying.
What's that fish from Finding Nemo that just jumping from things? What's the name of that fish again?
Talking about the migrants, dude.
Yeah, what's the name of that fish? Dory, thank you. I'm going to call you Dory for the rest of it. So Dory, I asked you a question twice, and I would just like a direct response to it, okay? Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Again, for the third time, I said all of these job statistics for Biden, and you said that was because Biden let in all the migrants. So if the reason why Biden's economy was so good when he gave it over to Trump is because he let in migrants, then you're saying that migrants make our economy better, correct?
Nope.
Okay, then what do you mean by that?
Well, it wasn't just the migrants alone, and they don't make our economy stronger, dude. It's never stronger. It's stronger now that they're gone. The borders tightened up.
And how is it? And how is the economy stronger right now?
I simply just don't. I don't agree with you on the economy everything was strong after Biden. Bullshit, dude. They tanked everything, bro. It's
all right. Let me ask you a question. What economic metric is better now than it was in December?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Everything, dude.
Name me one.
Economic metric?
Yeah.
I don't have any statistics, so I can't just make anything up. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go off.
Well, sir, if you don't have any statistics, then you're making things up saying that it's better now.
Well, you're just talking about straight up business. I'm telling you, I know other shit that right there. I'm not fucking heavily schooled on. I'm not going to make shit up if I don't know.
Well, sir, if you don't know anything about business and the economy, that's totally fine. I don't understand then why you're making a claim saying that the economy is better now if you're admittedly don't know anything about the economy.
You don't think it's getting better though?
It's not. Again, sir, I just read you the statistics.
Well, yeah. Well, do you live in this world? Do you know people that have jobs? I mean, what do they tell you? They're fucking shit's.
I have a job.
Because I don't see that, dude.
You don't see my job? I hope you don't. That would be weird.
I know people. I know many people that have good different jobs, and they all say everything's going up. Everything's good.
Sure.
That's what they.
I'm sorry. How many people could you possibly know?
What's that?
How many people could you possibly know?
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 38 years old. I don't know how that. Do you know 38 people? Is that your guess?
I know. A
okay.
lot more than
So
30
my
people.
data is going off of 365 million people. Okay. So if you have some friends that are doing great, I'm very happy for them. Okay. I am truly happy for all 5, 8, 12 people that you know that are just doing awesome.
Gas has gone down. Gas has gone down.
Whatever, all of them. I'm totally cool with that. Okay. I think that that's awesome for them. Okay. But the whatever people that you know, okay. But whatever people that you know, whatever people that you know, okay, isn't the U.S. economy. Okay.
That one part and the people you know. I'm talking about in general. The gas has gone down. That's not just people I know, bro.
Gotcha. So gas is down. So what did Donald Trump do to lower gas?
Really?
Yeah. Let's look at gas prices by month. Let's take a look at that. Let's bring up that chart.
Anything except be a geriatric loser.
Sir, why are you talking about Biden? I am literally asking you. You said that Donald Trump. You said that Donald Trump.
Saying, dude.
Sir, you said that Donald Trump. That gas prices are lower, and I'm just asking you what he did. I don't know why you're crashing out, man.
I'm sure it's a bunch of different shit, dude. It's not just one thing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this little chart on the screen for everybody. All right.
Go for it.
So this is your gas by month, okay? And so right here, December 2024. Okay. U.S. regular all formulations retail gasoline price was on average across the United States $3.018 per gallon. Okay. And currently they are, this is as of August, right? Because we just started September. We don't have September numbers yet. As of August, it's $3.133 per gallon. So gas is up about what? About 8 cents a gallon? Is that right? Yeah, about 8 cents a gallon. So gas actually is up since Trump took office.
See, that's not true. In California, bro, I live here. I drive a car. I know.
I also live in the United States, and I also drive a car.
Okay, so in California, the gas is down because this is the highest prices in the country over here, and it's gone down.
Okay.
I mean,
again, sir, I'm not asking you what the gas price is. What the gas price is at your local gas station. I am talking about gas prices in the United States. Okay, what part of California do you live in?
Southern California, right by LA.
Right by LA. Okay, that's where my mom lives. Okay. Yeah, that's where I grew up. I grew up outside of LA, a couple counties away, but in that area, right? And gas prices there are up, right? Because my mom tells me that gas prices are up there all the time.
I don't think so, dude.
So maybe for the gas station that you go to, all right, gas prices are down, but the gas station that my mom goes to, it's up, right? And so that's why we take all of those things, because like where I'm at, it's up, right? I live in Florida. It's up here, right? So when we take all of those gas prices together, we put them in and we call it an average, right? And we see the average gas price across the United States. And so therefore, when we take that average, there is more gas stations where the gas is up than it is gas stations where the gas is down. So therefore, gas prices are up on average across the United States. And then since Donald Trump is not the president of whatever gas station you go to, okay, he is the president he's the president of the United States, right? We care about the gas price across the board.
You know about the averages. I read about that the other day, and they were talking about the averages across the country, and they said it was down about 20 cents across the nation.
All right, awesome.
So prices states, but it's down all the way across.
Awesome. So what statistics are saying that?
What's that?
Awesome. So whose statistics are saying that?
I can't hear you.
Whose statistics are saying that? He didn't just do that. He didn't just do that. Bro, he didn't just pull a freaking like, I'm going through a tunnel. There's I can't, I'm losing you. It must, bad reception. I click. Dude, that is literally what he just did. Bro, he did not just do that to me right there. He did not just do that to me right there, bro. Wow. I can't. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really, really appreciate you guys. Turn on those notifications if you're new here. If you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats open, and I have please consider becoming a member or a paid sub. That's always a great way to support the live and support the creator stuff and all sorts of stuff. Also, we are still live on Bingo. I hope I hope I didn't answer that. We are live on Bingo right now. We are live on Bingo until someone hits it. For my members and my subs. But it does reset every live. But we are live on Bingo. Okay. We're going through a tunnel. Spencer, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, yes, I meant which right will be our last go based on the current trajectory. LO, don't forget. I didn't forget. I was actually looking through them. I think I figured out what it was. I think our last one will be the right to a speedy trial. I think that's the one. I didn't forget. I had it in my mind. It's the right to speedy trial. I think that'll be the last one that holds on because he wants to freaking just get you through real quick. Or he might not have trials at all. That'll be nice and speedy. Thank you so much, Spencer. I really appreciate that. And Pedro said, Trump did the only thing liberals failed to do, make the collapse of the U.S. empire possible, finally a good thing. Now the left needs to organize. See, you don't seem to understand, sir, that if we have the collapse of the U.S. empire, there is no left to organize. I don't know what you guys are thinking or doing with this whole like anarchy, whatever thing. I don't get it. Okay. We do need to organize, but we don't blame Trump. We don't say, oh, we needed Trump in order to freaking organize. No, we're not organized right now. The left can't find a way to organize right this second. Okay. The left is still in shambles trying to organize even right now. Okay. That is not helpful. Just truly not. The left doesn't like to organize. Anyways, all right, we're going to open up these phone lines, get this thing going. Again, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. But thank you guys. Thank you, Pedro, for the $5 super chat. Or 5. I don't know what the R means. 5, whatever that was, super chat. Hello, how are you? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
34.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Sorry?
Do you support Trump?
Sorry, you're like cutting out there.
Do you support Trump?
I mean, I'm kind of like neutral, but like Trump over what we just had, yeah.
Trump over what we just had. What did we just have that Trump is better than?
What did we just have?
Yeah, you said Trump is better than what we just had. I'm wondering what we just had that Trump is better than.
I mean, Biden, who didn't even know how to walk in a straight line.
We've had presidents that can't walk at all. We've had presidents in wheelchairs that were amazing. What does being able to walk in a straight line have to do with anything? You want me to pull up a video? Did you see Donald Trump walking on the red carpet when he was welcoming Putin?
I mean, did you see?
No, sorry. I'm not asking you to ask me another question. I asked you a simple question. Did you see Donald Trump walking on the red carpet going to meet Putin? Yes or no question?
I did not know.
Okay. Well, you should go take a look at it because I'm going to give you a little hint. Donald Trump can't walk in a straight line.
Okay.
Okay. So Donald Trump is not better than Biden if the whole qualification is can't walk in a straight line, because Donald Trump can't do that either.
I'm not saying Trump's better than Biden. I'm just calling to chat.
You said a positive statement. Trump is better than what we just had. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm asking how he was better than what we just had.
I will say this. There's no way Biden was running the country.
Okay. And under what evidence do you have of that?
The auto pen.
The auto pen, Donald Trump has used the auto pen multiple times, including literally like dozens upon dozens upon dozens of times in his first term. So therefore, was Donald Trump also not using the auto pen in his first term?
When did he use it?
Dude, so many times. He's used it this term.
When?
I'm sorry. Do you know the exact date and time for every single time Biden used the auto pen?
His whole presidency.
Yes, and Donald Trump used it the whole presidency.
No, Biden did.
And so did Trump. They both did. So did Obama. So did Bush.
Okay, can we
using an
agree on
auto
this,
pen
though?
is not abnormal.
I think it's abnormal if you use it the entire presidency.
Sir, Donald Trump used it the entire presidency. Are you saying are you saying that Obama was also not running the country?
Obama was running it.
But he used the auto pen both terms all the way through.
Yeah, I disagree.
Sir, it's not a disagree or agree thing. I'm letting you know. I'm informing you that every president uses an auto pen, including Donald Trump in his first term and Donald Trump this term.
Okay.
I'm not asking your opinion on that. Dude, anywhere. Literally, dude.
Anywhere.
Do you truly think that presidents that are actually doing their job in any way, shape, or form, have the ability to sit there and sign just repetitive documents over and over and over and over and over on every single fucking thing? Do you really think that happens?
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. So who signed off on Fauci getting the pardon?
Biden.
Okay. So do you agree with Fauci getting away with the massacre that he created?
Awesome. What charge did Fauci have?
I don't know, killing people with the jab?
Killing people with the jab. Okay. Well, see, here's the thing about that. We have like so much scientific research to say that that's not true.
That's not true at all.
You're correct. What you said is not true at all. I agree.
Yeah. So you think it's safe and effective?
Yes, we not only have studies from within the United States, but we also have studies from 130. I'm answering the question. We also have studies, independent studies from over 130 different countries who have done independent studies to show that it's safe and effective.
What, sponsored by Pfizer?
No, Pfizer did their own study and showed it's safe and effective, but 130 countries, over 130 countries did their own independent research and found that it was safe and effective.
Yeah, I don't believe anything you're saying.
Again, sir, do not, you believing what I'm saying does not qualify it for me at all.
So why is it that everyone that's getting the jab has stage 4 cancer, sick all
Every
the time?
person that got the COVID vaccine has stage 4 cancer.
I mean, you follow.
Well, then, guys, I guess we all need to get checked, like really, really fast. Okay, we all need to get checked. What's really amazing that I think truly, like, how do we even have a military? Right? How do we even have a military where that 99.9% of the entire military all got the COVID vaccine, right? And how are they still doing their job when every single one of them has stage 4 cancer?
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is there's a lot of people dying suddenly. There's a lot of pilots dying in the air. There's people dying left and right. There's people with stage 4 cancer left and right. And in a study of mice, within 5 days, which equates to 5 years, every single mouse died after getting.
Yeah, I'd love to read that study. Where can I find that study?
Google it, dude.
No, don't Google shit. I might not find the same study you found. What study is it?
Dude, it's out there. Google it. I'm not
what, sir? So let me get this straight. You want me to Google what you said?
Yeah.
Fine. Hold on. No. I'm asking you a question. Be quiet. So you want me to Google whatever study, whatever you just said, and then whatever study I find, regardless of it's the same study that you looked at or not, you want me to just use that data?
I mean, that's what you do.
Nope, that's not what I do at all.
Yeah, it really is.
Gotcha. So the uncitable study that does not exist. Would you like me to pull up freaking, the study? I can pull up studies from, the freaking, was it the Coalition of Pediatrics, the National Institute of Pediatrics? I can bring up studies from Pfizer. I can bring up studies from the European Union who have done freaking independent studies on it. I can bring studies from all of these people showing that specifically the Pfizer vaccine, but also other vaccines, including their studies on Moderna and Johnson & Johnson, and their safety and efficacy rates for each single one of them.
Johnson got pulled off the market for blood clots.
Yes, I was saying each one of them independently.
Yeah, but what disease has Pfizer ever cured? What I think you and I can agree upon, even if it's pro-Trump or
what does what I just said? Hold on, what disease has Pfizer ever did? What does that have to do with anything?
No, I'm saying something else. All I'm saying is what I believe is that our government creates a division amongst the people through left versus right. You have to pick a direction, left or right?
Nope, you don't at all.
What? Oh, you're going to be what? An independent?
But you could be non-party affiliated.
Okay. I mean, how many people are that?
I am.
Oh, you're non-party affiliated?
Mm-hmm.
So why do you dislike Trump so much?
Because I don't like bad presidents.
Okay. So you think Biden was a good one?
It's insane.
Biden was a slightly above average one in my book.
Okay. I mean, this is where I'm at. Is in 2016 I was gung ho on Trump, right? Okay, and over time I'm looking from a 30,000 foot view, and I'm seeing how divided our country is getting, and I'm seeing Biden come in, and I mean, by no means that I agree with everything. Like, there are some things I don't know. Like, I mean, that I agree with Biden, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of this is to divide the people and to get us arguing amongst each other versus picking out what our government is actually doing to the people.
Shit. Yeah, sir.
What?
Sorry, it's not the left and the right that's dividing people. It's people like you that are just like not willing to even like talk or think about anything that's not exactly what you already believe, and people that are, you know, just Trump sycophants that are what's dividing this country. I literally talk about,
told you,
sir.
I'm not a diehard Trumper.
Yeah, sir. You literally just defended Trump on job numbers that you hadn't seen and called them lies.
Thing about job numbers.
Yes, you did.
No, that was
now you're up here talking about freaking fake studies that you cannot produce.
About
okay,
experimental vaccine.
Yeah, an experimental vaccine, which it wasn't. Well, I mean, unless you consider all vaccines to be experimental, but you know.
Well, you do know that the companies that come out with the vaccines aren't held liable for side effects.
Do you know why why the vaccine was fast tracked?
Because of warp speed.
Yeah, and who was the reason behind warp speed?
Did I tell you I was behind Trump with warp speed? No, I disagree with that.
Gotcha. So all of a sudden he's not for Trump. He's been arguing for Trump the entire time, and now all of a sudden he wants to switch it. That's very strange. I was just curious about that.
I told you.
Well, anyways, this conversation is just about worthless now. So
yeah, because you don't know where to go.
You're right. I don't know where to go with somebody who has literally been sitting up here defending Trump the entire time, who all of a sudden has changed his mind now that he's been absolutely worked on every single thing he's brought up, and doesn't want to now talk now. And now all of a sudden,
dude.
And now all of a sudden,
the phone. I said I would.
All right. And now all of a sudden doesn't want to defend any of the stuff. So you're right. I don't know where to go because I'm running a show here. Okay, not here to just coddle you. All right. So I hope you have a wonderful day, or like whatever day you deserve. And I'm going to move on to the next caller. All right. Cool. Bye-bye. All right. Anyways. Oh, I might have to do a restart over here. I've been just trying not to. I realized my notification that I went live just went on an hour after I was live. Holy crap. My Discord notification went out an hour late. Shannon, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. It says literally weekend at Donnie's in the White House right now. 100%. and thank you so much, Shannon. I really, really appreciate that. Megan said, I found a study where the placebo mice died in 6 days. I actually believe you too. I actually believe, Megan, if you have that, put it in my Discord and my sources. If you're in my Discord, if you're not, put it in Ari's. I'll pull it from there. But that's funny. That's funny. I actually believe you. L's in the chat for Megan. Stacy, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I said I miss when we trusted scientists and doctors. You and I both. You and I both. All right, let's move on to the next person. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the super chats and for the support. I really, really appreciate that. Again, y'all, if you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats and all that fun stuff open so we can get this thing going. I have a weird feeling that nobody knew I was live until 18 minutes ago, which is wild because that bot should have sent out that I was live an hour and 20 minutes ago. That's crazy. Hello, how are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
Doing great. How old are you?
I'm 32.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So what do you think about the job numbers report today?
Oh, I didn't even see it, man, but I You know, policies take about a year or two to take effect, right? I mean,
Not always.
for you to for jobs and stuff. It's like with Biden, you talk about the economy and how great it was, but you do see 2 years into his presidency, interest rates more than double or pretty much doubled, right? Like,
well, interest rates aren't that interest rates double because we were in high inflation, and we weren't in high inflation because of Biden.
Well, Obama and his policies, are the reason.
No,
inflation was out of control. Yeah, Obama more than doubled our.
Sir, we're not talking about Obama. We're talking about Biden right now.
Insane.
Okay, more than doubled
Well,
our debt.
about
No, Donald Trump added a third of debt just himself in his first term.
A third of you're saying that Trump added about $5 trillion to our debt.
8.4.
It was 5.
It was 8.4.
You can pull it up, man. It was about
Gladly.
5. And so did Biden. Biden added about 6. It's been about 5, but
Yep, and
Obama,
now it's up on the screen.
When Obama went in, our debt was about 5 trillion, and it went up to almost 20.
Sir, the 8.4 is already on the screen.
8.4? Yeah, I'm sure you're pulling it for some unbiased stuff. If you actually watch the debt clock.
Yeah, sir, I am pulling
lowered it by like.
Sir, I actually am pulling it from an unbiased source. I'm pulling it from the Committee for Responsible Budget, which is an independent, unbiased source.
Okay, so you're telling me that
you guys, real quick, hold on, real quick. Hey, real quick, hold on.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Spencer, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Say, hey, Paulie, do you think you'd win an argument against Trump with an anti-Homo sapien campaign? No, I don't even know. Thank you so much, Spencer. Hey, if you guys are on my portrait live on YouTube, I'm going to restart it real quick because I think it's messed up. So I'm going to restart it real quick. I'll be right back. Make sure you guys come right back, all right? See you guys.